Today, we're talking about the SIM swap scam, and specifically how your phone number can be used to completely empty your bank account. It's one of the fastest growing and, honestly, most terrifying scams out there right now, because it turns that phone number you give out so freely into a master key, a key that criminals can use to unlock your entire financial life. So let me ask you something. What if you picked up your phone right now and it just stopped working? Like completely dead, no signal. You try to make a call and you get that emergency calls only message. What's your first thought? Probably just a network outage, right? Annoying, but no big deal. Okay, but what if just a few minutes later, half of your life savings were just gone? While you're rebooting your phone or complaining about your carrier, behind the scenes, alerts are firing off. Password changed, a huge transfer initiated. See, this isn't some random network glitch. It's a full-blown heist, and it's happening right under your nose. And that's not just a hypothetical. For a guy named Jeff Drummond, that was his reality. His actual words to his bank were, "Are you kidding me? That's half of my bank account." While his phone had no signal, hackers had siphoned out $21,000. And the scary part? The way they pulled it off is a trick that could work on almost any one of us. So you're probably wondering, how on earth is this even possible? Well, the whole scam works because of one tiny, powerful vulnerability: your phone number. It's become the master key to everything. Let's get into exactly how this works. The official name for this is SIM swapping, and it's actually a pretty simple idea when you break it down. A criminal doesn't need to install some fancy virus on your phone. No. They just need to steal your phone number itself. They basically call up your phone company, pretend to be you, and trick them into transferring your number to a new SIM card that they control. So here's the hacker's playbook, step by step. First, they gather some basic info on you: name, address, phone number, which, let's be honest, is probably floating around online from some data breach. Then, step 2, they call your carrier, impersonate you, and convince them to move your number to their phone. The second that happens, your phone goes dark. It's just a brick. And theirs, it suddenly comes to life with all your calls and texts. And that's the ball game. They just go to your bank's website, hit forgot password, and where does that little security code go? Straight to the phone in their hand. And this really gets to the heart of the problem. From the bank's point of view, sending you a text message code is a great security measure. Why? Because they assume you are the only one with your phone. But from the hacker's point of view, once they control your phone number, that text message isn't a lock, it's the key. They literally turn the bank's security feature into their personal backdoor. And don't think for a second this is some rare one-in-a-million thing. We're talking about $68 million. That's how much the FBI says was stolen just through this one scam in 2021 alone. That is a staggering amount of money just vanishing from people's accounts. And it's not getting better, it's getting worse, way worse. Look at this. The losses from SIM swapping basically quintupled, a 5x increase in just a few recent years. What does that tell you? It tells you that criminals have found a gold mine, and they are hitting it hard and fast. Okay, I know that's all pretty scary stuff, but here's the good news. You are not helpless here. There are some really concrete things you can do to build a digital fortress around your accounts and make yourself a much, much harder target. So let's switch gears and talk about proactive defense. We've got a simple 4-step defense plan. We're going to cover securing your number, locking down your credit, upgrading your security, and teaching your family. Each one of these closes a door that hackers love to walk through. And the best part? You can do most of this today. All right, step 1. This is absolutely the most critical thing you can do. You need to call your phone company today. When you get them on the line, tell them you want to set an account PIN, and even better, a separate port-out PIN. This is a secret password they'll have to provide to move your number. And for the ultimate protection, ask them to put a note on your file that says no major changes can be made unless someone shows up in person with a photo ID. That one move shuts down most of these attacks cold. Okay, step 2, freeze your credit. This is completely free to do, and it's a huge defensive wall. You just go to the websites for the big 3 bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, and put a freeze on. What this does is it stops anyone from opening a new credit card or taking out a loan in your name. Even if a hacker has your social security number, they can't do a thing with it. It's a no-brainer. Step 3, it's time to ditch SMS verification. We've already established it's the weak link in the chain, so go into your most important accounts right now. We're talking your main email, your bank, your retirement accounts, and switch your 2-factor authentication method using an authenticator app like Google Authenticator, or if you want to get really serious, a hardware key like a YubiKey. Even just app-based yes/no approvals are way, way better than a text message. Anything is better. And please, please don't forget this last part. Teach these steps to your parents, your grandparents, anyone in your family who might not be as tech savvy. There's a reason seniors are the #1 target for these scams. They often have more savings, and they can be a little more trusting. Seriously, spend 20 minutes on the phone with them. It could literally save their entire retirement fund. Okay, so that's all the defense. But what happens if the worst actually happens? What do you do if your phone suddenly dies and you think you're being attacked? You have to move, and you have to move fast. Every single second counts. So let's run through the emergency checklist. This is your emergency protocol, and the order here is crucial. Number 1, you call your phone carrier to get your number back. Number 2, you call your bank's fraud department to lock the money down. Then you freeze your credit, file official reports, and document absolutely everything. It's a race against the clock. Okay, when you call your carrier, you need to be very specific. Tell them, my number was ported out without my permission. Don't say your phone isn't working. Be precise. Then demand you need to shut that number down now and reassign it back to my SIM. And before you hang up, ask for a fraud port out letter. You're going to need that for the bank. Next up, the bank. And this is critical. Do not just call regular customer service. You have to ask for the fraud department. They are the only ones who can act fast enough. Tell them a port-out scam just happened and you need an immediate freeze on all outgoing transfers. Get a case number, get the name of the person you're talking to. You're building your case. So we've walked through how this scam works, how you can defend yourself, and what to do in an emergency. But I want to leave you with one final thought, which is really about a shift in your whole mindset. Here's the new reality we all live in. Your phone number is now the key to your bank account. You have to start treating it that way. It's not just a number anymore. It's as sensitive as your social security number. It's the key that unlocks your entire digital life. And that leaves us with one last question you should really ask yourself. Think about it. Who else has a copy of that key? It's probably on your resume, on your social media, on dozens of websites you've signed up for over the years. So the real question isn't if a criminal can get your number. They can. The question is, have you done enough to make sure that when they do get it, it's just a useless string of digits?